Hey, what's up everybody? Gil here, own apartments, multifamily, real estate out of Long Beach. I wanted to go ahead, wanted to just put this message out here. If you haven't heard, Lahaina is not for sale. Lahaina is not for sale. If you're not sure what that means, go ahead and Google it. You'll come across just a bunch of info regarding that, and we'll highlight some of it here too. But as we all know, Maui's going through just a complete disaster right now. A lot of families are hurting out that way, and we just send our thoughts and prayers for them. Something like 3,000 homes burned. You have an estimated 3.2 billion in insurance cost to go ahead and just rebuild what was there. I'm estimating it's probably going to be more than that. But one of the things I wanted to discuss is the stuff I've been reading, and one video that caught my attention, which we'll play here. I mean, here are just some of the headlines, and we'll play the video shortly. But that message was Lahaina is not for sale, and what I mean by that is apparently these, the victims, the individuals and families that are experiencing all these loss of homes, their land is on their land, I should say. They're being reached out to by investors, by real estate agents, and with offers to buy their land. And I wanted to get your take on that. What's your opinion on that? I work with investors, deal with investors as well as those that have been flipping homes and those that wholesale. And in that field, in that industry, there is distressed sales. There's a term known as distressed sales, distressed homeowners, where that creates opportunity for, and keeps a lot of these people in business, right? Those that are in flipping properties and wholesaling. A lot of that comes from distressed sales. And, a lot of that distress is in the form of, it could be back taxes. It could be, just citations from the city. It could be, red tag, stuff like that. It could also be probate, behind on your mortgage. So there's just various things, distresses that, a homeowner can go through that may make them want to sell their property quickly. And, for the most part, my opinion is that happens. An owner and someone in either wholesale or flipper, comes to an agreement, and that benefits both sides. And I like to believe that that's done so ethically on both sides. Now, the concerning part, though, is times like this. Times like this, when you have families that are going through, they have, it's just happened, and they're going through it, and within days of just things settling, they're receiving calls. From investors, from agents reaching out and offering to buy their land. I mean, essentially, it's just, is this a land grab? And who's it a land grab for? Is it a land grab for the elite? Is it a land grab just for opportunists out there? And so, I want your opinion on that. I can give you my opinion, which I agree. Lahaina is not for sale, and it shouldn't be for sale right now. I think the governor of Maui has proposed a moratorium that no transactions or development can take place, and it's not going to take place, I guess, for quite some time. So he's discouraging investors and agents and people in the real estate industry from reaching out to these families. So I mean, this is an act that these families couldn't control. It wasn't like past due taxes and they're aware of it and they had time to prepare, that kind of thing. It's just they were hit with this unfortunate event, and the land of Maui and Lahaina. That's not only is it just valuable land. I mean, the average home in Maui is, I believe it's almost 1.2 million. The average salary is something like 80,000. But it's sacred land. This is generational land that has been in these families' lives for generations, passed down to family members, and it's sacred. So it holds a really important and valuable spot, both not just financially, but more importantly emotionally, and as a native people to that land. So I think it's important to that the people of Maui get made whole. And if they want to sell their land, it's after that point. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think those in our field, or at least in the field of real estate, I should say, should be, taking advantage of this unfortunate event and this disaster, especially when people are going through such a time of need. So that's what I wanted to say. If you haven't seen the video of really, you're getting somebody, this is their hometown, here's their take on it.
Okay, I gotta tell you guys, I am so frustrated with investors and realtors calling the families who lost their home, offering to buy their land. How dare you do that to our community right now? If you are a victim, Kalamai, sorry, had a little bit poor reception right there. If you are a victim and they are calling you, please get their name. People keep calling me, sorry. Get their business name so we can put them on blast. This is some pilau heva shit happening right now. I am so frustrated hearing since yesterday that multiple families that I know personally were reached out and offered money from investors and realtors. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you are a Maui realtor contributing to that, karma's gonna come and get you. Okay? That is pilau. And if you are a realtor and they are calling you, investors are calling you to represent them, I hope you have dignity and aloha and compassion to turn them away and tell them off. And I need you guys to do me a favor and get their name and their business name, and we're gonna put them on blast. That is some pilau. Please spread the word. If you're a victim and they are reaching out to you, DM me their name, business, try to get as much information out of these guys and send it to me. And if you're a victim, trust that we are going to rebuild Lahaina. Please don't, I know it's hard and like it may feel a lot easier to just want to move to the continent, but we cannot keep displacing our people. We need to make sure you guys can go back home. So just know that we are going to figure this out and we're going to raise the money and we're going to rebuild our town back. So please don't leave. We're going to figure this out. You guys gotta stay, especially you multi-generational families. Don't move away. We've already been displaced so much. Do not let this push you away to moving away. Like, we're gonna move back home and we're gonna rebuild. And just know that you have a community and people around the world are gonna be there to support you and help you go back home. But yeah, again, if you're a victim and they're reaching out to you, get their name, their business name, and we're going to put them on blast. And if you're a realtor and they're reaching out to you, be pono and get their information and DM me that information. And do not be one of those realtors that is taking the opportunity to sell Lahaina off to the biggest buyers. No, that is a pila. Please don't be that person. I love you guys. Lahaina strong. We got this. Put them on blast. Let investors and sharks and realtors across the world know that Lahaina is not for sale. Lahaina, again, is not for sale. I love you guys. Keep the prayers coming. Keep the donations coming. Right now, generators seems to be like an important item. Generators, ice, water, the basic necessities, donations, supplies, all of that, good. Prepared meals is a great donation, but all the donation supplies, we can kind of pump the brakes. And you know, we're just so overwhelmed with stuff and need to like organize a lot of things. But let's keep Hawaiian lands in Hawaiian hands, okay? Lahaina is not for sale. I love you guys. Spread the word. Ahuiho.
I also reached out to a colleague of mine. This is Adam Miller of the 9 Times Network. Adam, I've been on tons of calls with him. we're part of a big network and coaching network, and he's just a great guy. Him and his wife are down that way, and he's reached out to me out here. I believe he was out he lived out in California for some time, but him and his wife live in Maui. I think he would agree that I don't think you would find him likely reaching out to owners during this time, seeing if they want to sell. Matter of fact, I know he's been reaching out to people to gather assistance for families there, gathering things of necessities that he can help out there, and I think that's special right there. So I'll put you in touch with him. His contact information will be down below. But I did reach out to him just to get his opinion. He's living there. What's his take on it? What's his experience? And we know that they're safe, but just wishing him the best and wanting to get his take on individuals who are either there locally or even on the mainland or exterior that are reaching out to families, how he feels about that and what he thinks the proper approach should be. Of course, this is probably not the first event like this that's happened. A lot of people are bringing up Puerto Rico as a similar event, and one of the hurricanes have ravaged that island, and a lot of people came and took advantage of that in a land grab event. So in any case, hope you're having a good day. Thoughts and prayers are for Maui and the people of Maui, and hopefully they can be made whole again and they stay safe. So you guys have a good day. Bye.